Hey there YouTube, welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So, the last thing in my bag of tricks for the detail of the carpet on the Gambler is a machine. So, all the previous detail kind of videos I did before, it was all just simply by hand, using a shop vac to suck up any kind of solution, stuff like that we had. So whatever it was I was actually using to clean it with. So essentially I wanted something a little bit different that I could have mostly just out here in the garage. This should work fine if one of the boys has an accident inside, but if they have an accident in the Escalade or we need to clean the carpets for some reason, stuff like that, it's nice and handy to have something that's more or less outside related. So this is the one that's out here. All the tools will be out here. Everything that I need will be out here. The solution will be out here. Everything's out here. That way I'm not like, where's this, where's that, where's the hose at, where's this thing go, what do I do now? So this is the Hoover Spotless, and it's got really good ratings on Amazon, so that was one of the things I bought. And I'm kind of hoping it does pretty good. I'm not a big carpet cleaner kind of guy, so I figured, hey, everyone else seems to like these, I'm gonna give it a shot. The thing that I liked is that it has self-cleaning technology. So instead of me having to take this and be like, okay, now I need to scrub this out, it more or less runs itself, cleans itself out. It has like a setting on one of the tanks that shows, okay, fill to this level, and then run this, and then it cleans itself out. So it's pretty handy. One of those things where you're not like, oh man, now I gotta go, carpet's clean, but now I got all this mess to take care of. The only complaint that I kind of had is that you can kind of see it's a little bit damaged with how it was shipped from Amazon, but I'm hoping everything's okay on the inside. Otherwise, it's just like the handle here is popped open, that way you can carry it. So, and then the Amazon stripe on the back hopefully doesn't mean that there's something, you know, missing or damaged. So, but let's get this open and give it a shot. And I don't really do a lot of unboxing videos, but so they got a warranty kind of stuff. Couple little odds and ends. I'm sure it'll explain to me what those are. Probably an awesome idea putting this on the car, and then a window kick up and blow it, land somewhere next to the unobtainium. And then this comes with like a little bottle of Paws and Claws cleaner. I bought a permanent stain removal, big one, just to be safe. Looks like everything's well packaged. And any other goodies? Nope. Then it comes with a manual, and I am a manual reader, so it's one of those things where it's better safe than sorry. One of the big things to note on here is the limited warranty for Hoover product, 2-year limited warranty, domestic use, what the warranty covers and what it doesn't. So if you wind up doing something and it winds up not being covered and you make like a YouTube video on it, you better have a way of not telling them you're on a YouTube. Not that I'm saying that I shouldn't be doing this, or that somehow this makes it no longer domestic, but somehow like a business use or something. So, assembly, hook the hose, clips to either end, either side of the machine, push back to click in place. So that must be those gray things that came with this. So they must just clip down here at the bottom. There we go. So easy, even a mechanic can do it while holding the phone one-handed. Alright, next up, wrap the hose around the machine and push the hose into the clips. And slide the tool onto the hose end. Push the hose end on into the clip on the back of the machine. Ensure both tanks are snapped into a locked position. Hose goes in down there, around here, goes in right there, back up around here, goes in its hole. Then next up, this goes onto there, So that clipped in easy. Barely needed 2 hands. So now this is all assembled, good to go. I kind of thought I read something that was supposed to have multiple ones of these, so maybe I'll have to check around in the box or see if this is detachable and go from there. There were a couple reviews where people were complaining about this degrading and then leaving like red marks in their carpet, which if you have black carpet, maybe you won't notice it so much like the Astra has, but if you've got like say tan carpet in a Acura TL Type S, you might notice that red. I've got this pretty much all done. The hose end is clipped on. The hose is routed. Those little hose clips are in. So everything's all assembled. Kind of set up the way it has in the video, or in the diagram here. Then, what you want to do is you want to make sure the tanks are all the way down. So, as far as I can tell, the tanks are down. Looks like they have those little release buttons there. So to get started and fill the solution tank, you press the tank release button, pull and lift to remove the tank, unscrew the cap out of the solution tank, and then that cap can be used as a measuring tool for solution, which is one of the things I was kind of watching in a video that they had that looked pretty cool. Well, it just makes it easier doing stuff. So buy concentrate as opposed to buying pre-mixed stuff. That way it's all nice and cheap in the long run. And then fill the tank with warm water, max 150, 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. To small area or large area fill line, if adding solution, follow the Hoover solutions chart. Then screw the cap on and refit the solution tank onto the machine until you hear it snap into place. Then you got your warnings about doing dumb stuff. Not to be used for grooming a pet. You know, someone tried that once. Or more than once in order to make this as a caution. And then before you begin to clean, spot cleaner only if the upholstery is marked with a W for wet clean or SW for solvent dry. So yeah, don't do anything you're not supposed to be doing. And then test for color fastness in a small hidden area. So don't run this on something that you like, that you might wind up screwing up. So test it first just to be sure. And then, so once you have it filled up to actually use it, plug the machine in, unwind the hose, select the desired tool attachment, which strikes me as strange because there was only the one tool attachment. Unless, oh, Shazam! Cool. So if you don't want the scrubber because you're getting red crap on your carpet, there lady who left that comment, all you gotta do is pop that sucker off. Now you've got a non-scrubbing, just a spray and suck mobile. So you don't have to worry about getting that anywhere you don't want it in case it winds up degrading or some stuff like that. But I'm sure if you use Hoover's recommended stuff, it won't degrade. It's when you're using that black market carpet cleaner that, you know, you're just screwing up your life. So, real quick, push the button, tank solution pops off. There's the fill cap. Large mess, small mess, and self-clean. Oh, thank you, self-clean. Meanwhile, it sounds like the cops are after the black market carpet cleaner people. So operation's pretty simple. You just press the on-off button to turn on the machine, and then for spills it says always pick up the excess liquid before using the water or the formula. So power button, then press the trigger on the wash tool to release water and solution. Trigger, spray nozzle, use the brush to agitate any stubborn stains if the brush was still attached. Release the trigger and tilt the nozzle forward so the nozzle is in contact with the surface. Pull back and recover the water and solution. So if you look at how this is kind of set up, it's very flat right here. But in the very front is where it actually sucks through. So you should be able to just rock that up. That way this is sitting against the surface that you're cleaning, right against the carpet, and it should start sucking up. And that being clear should be awesome for whatever kind of results we get as we're cleaning the Gambler. It's going to hopefully be mostly clean, but I do kind of want some nastiness out of it, because it makes you feel better. So then, to do the actual self-cleaning function, you just remove the tank, fill it with warm water, tighten it back up, put it back in, and then you actually remove the tool itself, and you hook the tool into that hose cleaning port. So push the hose end into the self-clean port, switch the machine on, and hold in place until the clean water tank is emptied. Do not squeeze the trigger, repeat as necessary. And then we'll just gotta press the recovery tank release button, pull and lift to remove the tank, unhook clip and remove from the tank, blah 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 blah. Lift the lid, remove the recovery tank, empty the recovery tank into the sink, and rinse with warm water, max 140 degrees to remove dirt and debris. So pretty simple, not too bad. Oh yeah, if I would have just waited a second instead of having to be like Nostradamus and trying to figure out how to pop this sucker off. So press the wash tool release button and pull to remove the tool from the hose. Pull and lift the clip to remove the attachment. Ooh, interesting. You can remove the front part. Press the clip to remove the nozzle. Rinse the tool attachments under warm water to remove debris. To refit, slide everything together. Cleaning the filter grill. Press the recovery tank release button. Pull and lift to remove the tank. Remove any dirt and debris from the filter located in the recovery tank. So let's take a quick peek at that. We'll push the button, lift the sucker out, and just remove lint and debris from the screen. Pretty broad screen, but I can see that definitely getting full of dog hair and other stuff. So enough lollygagging, let's get to cleaning. Alright, and then just as important as, say, the actual machine cleaning and stuff like that, the solvent or the, detergent and stuff that you use is just as important too. So this is the permanent stain removal one. And you can see test in a small area. Again, warning about the W in the WS or W. And then this one, for best results, pre-treat, shake bottle well before use, formula according to machine user guide. For manual mix machines, fill formula cap to line 3 and add to each gallon of hot tap water. For auto mix machines, fill solution tank. So apparently an auto mix machine would have been pretty nifty, but here's the cap out of here. So I'm assuming I fill that sucker. I don't see any line 3 in there. The cap for the bottle itself does have line indicators in it. Line 3 is the tippy-toppy line. So I would assume that's not quite a gallon. That not quite the big tippy-toppy line. So I'm just going to fill it to the top of this one and then fill that sucker with water. Well, up to there. Alright, so you guys missed all the good squaring. So that little cap fills up quick. The only bad part about it with it filling up quick is that with that bottom part here and the very skinny middle part that it actually pours out of, you've got to do some creative pouring to get stuff in there. So you wind up spilling a little bit on the presentation trash can in an attempt to do it. But we've got this filled up to large mess, or pretty close. And I don't know whether or not most people would call this a large mess, but I would say the carpet inside of a car is definitely much larger than a small white wine stain or something like that. There's a fair amount of real estate in there. Let's see what we can do. And then another cool feature is that this thing has a super long cord. It's probably at least as long as the shop vacs cord, if not maybe a little bit longer. It is a little bit louder than I thought it was going to be. But real quick, here's the spray pattern. So it's got a pretty wide spray pattern. So far I've only done this little area over here and down the side. You can kind of see my handprint over there. But this is doing pretty awesome. So there's a whole bunch of these little orange stains and stuff like that. So maybe Coke, maybe coffee, maybe, you know, who knows what, over here. And it's taking care of those pretty good. Not even really scrubbing. I'm just spraying it on and then running this over it. So if it, maybe it's soda, maybe it's something that's easily water or soluble or something like that. Maybe it's something a little bit tougher. But either way, it's doing an awesome job of taking care of it. You can kind of see tank's already pretty funky. So I'm getting that kind of stuff that I'm glad that I got this now. Because this is stuff that it's like, oh man. And I almost want to take in this area that we cleaned earlier and run a fresh recovery tank. That way I'm able to see all the stuff that when you do like the stain remover and carpet cleaner and stuff over here that you think is now clean, but really all you did was kind of push it down farther into the carpet. All right. So passenger side's all done. It got a good bit of the stains that were in there out of it. And if I didn't get them out completely, it certainly lightens up the stains a bit. The ones over here pretty much gone. There's some little bits, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the fading of the light. But all in all, I am super impressed with this so far. So it's doing awesome. Probably only be about maybe like 10 more minutes to finish up the driver's side, which is going to be like the really nasty side. And you can see that's pretty gross. Pulling a lot of junk out of there. But I've also used almost the entire solution tank just on this side over here. So large mess means passenger side completely. It's a fairly good size. You could probably get away with like a I don't know, like probably a 6x8 rug in the amount of stuff I was going up and down and then cleaning certain areas, and some areas I sprayed it and then I forgot that I sprayed it and then put my hand on it and went, oh yep, I forgot to spray that. So I would definitely say it's doing awesome. And then it's a little bit more wet than, so my hand's a little wet, a little shiny, than say just doing the shampoo job by itself. So just putting on like a Armor All or Turtle Wax or Meguiar's carpet cleaner and then just scrubbing that in, wiping it down, and then vacuuming it. So it might be one of those things where maybe I just need to hit it a couple more times, the vacuum part of it, just to help pull some of that more junk out. But I need to fill that other tank up, that way I can start doing this side and probably dump that side because that's kind of gross. This is pretty awesome. A little bit louder than I thought it was going to be, but the hose is nice and long, the cord is nice and long, and with that self-cleaning function, I'm not going to be really mad at it because, you know, I'm decided just to leave it dirty or something. It's easy enough to empty that sucker out, throw a little bit of water in there, run it again, discharge the funky water out of it, and we should be good to go. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll check you next time.